This is the CHRILLCAST. I'm Chris.
Will.
And I'm Tim.
What's the number one rule, Tim?
The thing that you said about talking when we're doing the screen change and
So, now I feel bad here.
Way to blast me out. Appreciate that.
I can cut that. I can snip that out if you want.
No, you're good. You're good.
That was a total accident. I totally forgot to pull your channel back up in the middle. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see. That's my bad. That was a total accident.
That's funny.
Tell me. Yeah, he's gonna delete the old channel. He's gonna figure out how to get in there and make it go away.
Oh, it's gone.
All right. Let's see. Do you no, I'm not gonna do it that way. We'll say Alex Throwback. It's much more family friendly than what I was typing. All right. Tell me more about you.
Well, I do video stories on interesting people and things, and that's it.
And eventually he's gonna do the origin of the CHRILLCAST as his video.
It's true. It's true.
He'll get 10 views, and 5 of them will be me, and 5 of them will be Will.
Yes, exactly.
CW will watch.
Yeah. Okay, so 11. You'll get 11 views. Because he'll watch 2 minutes of it and then be like, whatever. I know about these guys. I don't need this video.
Mm-hmm.
So what's today? Today is Throwback Thursday, and Will failed to do Wild Card Wednesday yet again.
I know. I'm terrible. I do it every week.
He's like, this is... And Chris doesn't stop talking. He's like, well, crap, I can't say it.
Pretty much.
So today's a video about YouTube, not exactly, but pretty close to exactly 15 years later. All right, it was originally founded on February 14th, 2005. What were you doing in 2005, Will?
I have no idea.
Probably attending the 7th grade.
Yeah, was I in 7th grade at that time?
I don't know.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say I don't think I'm in high school yet, so.
Homestar Runner was still a thing. So they were.
Oh yeah,
acquired.
I guess that would make sense because I was doing Homestar Runner first, and then there's like cat videos and stuff on YouTube.
Piano
then
Cat.
suddenly you get like the viral videos.
Numa actually originated on Newgrounds.com though.
Oh, didn't know that.
So YouTube was acquired by Google on October 9th, 2006.
I didn't realize there's such a short gap between when it was like created and Google owning it. I thought that came.
I'm
way
pretty
later.
sure to be a user of YouTube versus just a casual viewer, you actually had to pay money when it first launched.
Really?
I think there was I remember because I wanted to get on YouTube back in the beta launch of it because I thought it was so cool, and I think I had to pay money for some reason. And my mom and dad are like, vetoed. Nope, you're not paying money to people on the internet.
It was just you. They're trying to keep you off of it.
They're like, this guy will blow
For
up.
obvious reasons.
We can't let him to get on there. Anyways, so at the launch of YouTube, the highest quality video was 240p at 30 FPS. 240p. That's like Super Nintendo graphics. All right. They upped it in 2008 to 360p. Still at 30 FPS. In 2008, they upped it to 720p at 30 FPS, and then a year later, they upped it to 1080p at 30 FPS. At that point in time, they maintained 30 FPS at 1080p all the way through 2015 when they did an upgrade to 60 FPS, and they upgraded to 4K. And then later, like a couple months later even, in 2015, they upgraded to 8K. So they've been able to produce 8K videos since, 2015 at 60 FPS, which is insane. That's more than TVs could even handle when they did it. YouTube is the largest video sharing platform in existence, with users uploading over 300 hours of video every minute.
Oh my gosh.
It was probably the biggest change in traditional media ever and continues to force changes on the entire world. So with that being said, I want to talk about what the impact of YouTube has been on media, music, gaming, etc. I know the biggest thing for me was music videos. It's like you don't have to go to MTV anymore. You just go to YouTube, type in your favorite band, type in TMM band, and you find Tim over here playing his guitar and rocking his heart out. Like, yes, the music video of the ages.
Oh yeah. Uber filtered and edited.
There you go. But no, you go see any music video you want. You go see snippets from any TV show, any movie. You can see a best hits of like football 2017 or whatever, and it's there. You just type. I mean, it's basically anything you can think of. Somebody's doing it. You know, probably find CHRILLCAST 2.0 somewhere. Somebody's like, I can make these guys into animated talking heads and make a better channel than they do.
Yeah.
If you can think it, you can do it on YouTube. What do you guys think? Give me some stuff.
I mean, other than the obvious that basically any kind of content you want to see, you can see it on YouTube now, and it's so much easier to just look it up on YouTube than going somewhere else. I think the fact that it's now like a platform for news is kind of a big deal.
Hold up, was there a D in that word?
What? What do you mean?
Did you say nudes?
No, not for nudes. As far as I know, you can't look up nudes. Okay. Anyway, no, for news. So, I mean, obviously all the big channels have stuff. There's also a lot of smaller, independent guys and girls that do news on YouTube now. And it's interesting how they're taking traction from away from like, CNN, Fox News, places like that. And it's because they can publish to YouTube and they can reach a lot more people that are on cable than that are on cable. Goodness, can't speak. But I think that's one of the biggest things that it was an unforeseen circumstance of, or consequence rather, of YouTube.
I mean, when PewDiePie releases Pew News, it's like he gets 25 million views. When CNN releases video, they get like a 25th of that.
Yes.
I mean, it's like it's like when one guy can launch a video and hit 25 times the viewership than you can as a mainstream media. That's gonna be a problem you're gonna have to compete with. It's impossible. All right, Tim, give me what you got.
I was just saying, especially when you look at like how young everybody is on the platform right now, like the medium age. It's just going to keep getting bigger. It's going to be a bigger part of everybody's lives going forward, undeniably. Hopefully, they don't keep, promoting major news networks instead of independent news stuff, like they have taken a switch in the system since then. But I don't know. I think it's a great thing. I'm glad it's there. I hope that they don't let money affect how it's been working correctly for a long time.
I mean, arguably the algorithm has already changed significantly since they've gotten mainstream media on here. But I have some. I was talking to Carl Lucas. I don't know if you've watched any of his programs, but he got some interesting takes on some of the stuff that he had put out there on his. I'm gonna call it his F YouTube video. Specifically, our buddy Garth had a good comment on there, and I can go take you there so we can look at it and show you what I'm talking about.
Just sign into your card.
Conspiracies galore. All right, let's see here. Where was it? This one. This is the video. He said... here it is.
What did he say?
Who said that? Is that you?
What? I don't know.
He said he has a alternative theory why YouTube is favoring corporations. And I know about this comment because Carl actually shared portions of this in our Discord chat because he figured out kind of what the age he was. It's like he says, because of people like me, but not specifically me, who are in their 40s to 60s just hopping on YouTube on their new gadgets, likely iPads, and clinging to the old school mainstream media. Don't forget that people my age have a much longer attention span than people your age. So when we click on CNN, ABC, Fox, MSNBC, or whatever mainstream source you'd like to choose, we probably watch that video from start to finish. That's totally true. I click through videos all the time. I'm not like my dad who can sit and watch an entire news program. 60 minutes, right? So that would make the watch time of mainstream media go way up, and the retention of viewers also go way up because they're going to sit through the ads to finish the video, right?
Right.
True.
Consequently, people our age, which he's saying your age, on average have shorter attention spans and are not as loyal watching a video start to finish, and consequently the creators you watch will suffer from lower retention rates and less watch time. This means that the more people that his age log into YouTube, the worse it will be for creators like us. So...
I definitely see that, but I also see like there's no way that YouTube can vet every video from an independent source that can vet every video from, or at least know that it's been vetted from CNN and
Oh
MSNBC,
yeah. No, for
Fox
sure.
or whoever.
But if you just looked at it from straight watch time, I agree with what he's saying. Like
Right.
people our age,
Yeah.
you know,
The
probably
algorithm
not
definitely
watching
takes
videos
care of
start
that.
to finish.
Right.
I liked his semi-face reveal in this.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's pretty good. So YouTube, if you look at the Wayback Machine, YouTube had a very different face back in the day. Like when it originally launched, let's see. Come on, Wayback Machine. Look at this. Look at this. Your digital video repository.
Oh wow.
2005. And they got tagged. This is like what BitChute looks like right now. Not quite as archaic, but BitChute has like the same. Here are the most popular tags. It's like they took the page right out of YouTube's 2005 book.
Wow.
So then you get to like 2007, and it changes significantly. See, now we got a much more different YouTube.
Much more different.
Much
It's
more
much better.
Dang, boys.
Dang.
This is the Krill Billy.
The crew.
Yes.
This is what happens. My accents that I start in the beginning of a podcast get much worse the longer we do the podcast. Yeah, so it's changed significantly. I remember this, like how it like slowly evolved, because YouTube has not always been as mobile friendly
Yeah.
friendly as it is now.
Mobile.
A mobile. It's the toy that sits above children's cribs.
Oh,
when
the
they're
annoying
babies.
orange. Oh, I remember that.
Oh yeah, the annoying
Oh
orange.
wow.
I remember there was ads for that before, like movies in the movie theater.
Yeah, that's true. Oh man, and here we got YouTube
Changing.
looking more and more like what it looks like now.
Mm-hmm.
This is so crazy, like watching the evolution slowly but surely. So now we're in 2015, so PewDiePie is basically at the top of his game at this point. And here we have a bunch of, this must be like a, this is, I don't remember YouTube being so, whatever language that is. I would try to tell you which one I think it is, but I'd probably get called so many weird names. Okay, this is when they're diversifying into more international content than they are now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, than they were back when. They're way more international now than they ever were back then.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, YouTube has significantly changed. It's much easier to search for stuff and also harder at the same time.
Yep.
A popular video is easy to find, and a less popular
Now they
creator.
keep unsubscribing me from people that I like.
So, I guess the real question is, and this is the last question I had on this video, is YouTube always going to reign supreme over video streaming services?
No, inevitably it's going to be toppled by something else.
I mean, nobody ever thought Facebook would get beaten, or MySpace would get beaten by anybody, and yet up rolled out Facebook, who did it way better than MySpace, arguably.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, but they didn't have Alphabet just throwing money at them for as
No.
long as they needed, and you know, I don't know. I don't see anything necessarily as long as Google owns YouTube. I mean, it's game over for anyone else trying.
still
Like, what are you
think
gonna do? Google a video idea and then
Yeah.
Hey, I use DuckDuckGo. All right, I
Hey,
avoid
I'm proud of you
Google
for
as much as I can.
Mm-hmm.
right?
Like I'm using, like if you notice, the browser I'm using is the Brave browser.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I try to use non-Google as much as I can. The only
Which is
real
funny.
Google product I use is YouTube.
I say like trying to edit videos, or not edit videos, but post videos and edit descriptions and stuff. I can't do that in Chrome for
Really?
some reason. Yeah, like I have to use Internet Explorer or Edge now, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, everything I'm using is yours.
You're like, this should work.
Right?
This should always work. And you
You
can see
remember
here we are.
when YouTube like required you to have a Google Plus account?
They
for a
still
short period of
technically do, because
Really?
Google Plus is now Google Profiles.
I don't know. I don't know what that is.
There's
Never
no,
heard
there's
that.
no. They basically just removed all of the community and social media aspects of Google, and your Google profile is essentially what Google Plus has evolved into. So if you go here, I might delete this section depending on how much information it gives away. But if you go here and you go to manage your Google account, it takes you to this weird page. And this is technically like your Google profile. And you can go through and see all your stuff, like all the apps you're using, etc., etc. So that's what Google Plus is now. It's just like a way for them to capture your data on all your services Google related. So, yeah. That's essentially what Google Plus devolved to, I guess, is what you would call it. But Google likes it because it's like, hey, it's a hub for all of your information that we want to steal.
Exactly.
So, I don't know. YouTube is like, it's like a love-hate relationship for me with YouTube. I find it fascinating, and it's a really interesting development over the course of 15 years. But do I think it will always reign supreme? No. I think at some point, somebody will come up with a decentralized version of YouTube where censorship is not even a question. Because platforms in their nature are supposed to be a public speaking forum, right? Where anybody can say,
at least.
Yeah, where anybody can say what they want to say with little to no repercussions legally or censorship wise, right? And the real penalty or consequence you should receive is your peers giving you feedback on the it's just like a political debate, right? If I got up there and started just spewing nasty things, I'm going to get shut down, but by my peers, not by the government, not by corporations, by my peers. And that's what a platform is there for, so that you can have a platform to speak on. Whatever the heck you got, you got some weird ideology where you worship pasta, you can go tell people that.
Don't hate on religion, man.
Somebody's going to go say, dude.
Flying spaghetti monster, what's wrong
exactly,
with you?
Yeah. They're going to be like, you noodle brain.
But
please stop talking.
The cream always rises to the top kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, if you just leave the internet unfiltered, only the best things will make it to the top.
And just look at
by
4chan.
default. Yeah.
Oh, wait. Sorry. That's why I'm here.
But I do think that YouTube was in a better place when they didn't tank certain things in their algorithm and just allowed everybody to have a voice on their platform. Because if somebody sucks, then let people tell them that they suck. Don't tell them they suck and remove them from the platform.
And that's what made them great, is that they embrace like young creators, independent creators. Like, don't shoot yourself in the foot on the one thing that got you.
Yeah. Well, they're not acting like a platform anymore. Now they're
like a publisher.
Right.
And that's unfortunate. That's why we do post our videos on other websites. So even if YouTube at some point decides we're no longer for their platform, we still have our videos somewhere else. And we're doing wildly better than I expected on some of these other platforms. Like we have about 1.5 times the views on BitChute that we do on YouTube.
Really?
It's like we have almost 10,000 views on here. We have closer to 17,000 on BitChute.
Wow.
And we're up to 60 subs on there, which is all about half of what we have on here.
Be right back. I'm gonna go make my BitChute right now.
Hey, you're more. You know what? 4chan is very friendly with BitChute. Let me put it that way.
Oh yeah, scary.
The creator of, or the founder / CEO / the dude in charge of BitChute is extremely free speech, to the point where unless it's illegal, it's okay on his platform.
No way. Wow. Okay.
So, just monetization isn't
definitely
really there, because when you have Alex Jones and people like that as your top creators, monetization doesn't come easily.
I'm sorry.
Now they do have like a Subscribe Star and other things like that, but it's just a lot of advertisers just look at the homepage and they see what's most popular on the site, and it's all the quote unquote bad eggs that got booted off YouTube have big channels on there. So it's like, ooh, I'm sure advertisers are like, eh.
Have you guys thought about doing like Twitch or anything for this style of?
Maybe. If we ever get to a point where we have a Patreon, we'll probably do like a private stream where we record the episodes and all the in-betweens, and our subscribers will be able to see
would be cool.
all of the stuff that happens behind the scenes, like you got to see tonight.
Yeah.
So that would be the idea. Is like we would just evolve the content for like a live stream version of the recordings.
I see, 'cause I feel like we're seeing Twitch change. I mean, it's always obviously been video games and then politics, and now it's like a lot more long form discussion stuff going on there. It's nice.
I think as far as live streaming goes, I actually really prefer the YouTube live streaming over the Twitch live streaming.
Right.
But that's just because I'm more experienced with it. Twitch is like a platform I really just don't understand. I grew up with YouTube. I did not grow up with Twitch.
Yeah. See that.
Same.
I have a much harder time figuring that out. But, you know, YouTube has done a lot of cool things, and it's done a lot of really dumb things. And I think that if they figure themselves out and move back to their roots a little more, I think they can survive in this market probably, you know, at least my lifetime.
Yep.
Keep
I think they're going to do well for a long time, but I mean, it's inevitable that there's going to be a competitor. I mean, Apple could jump in or something.
Can you imagine if Apple did like, hey, here we go, iTube or make iMovie a website or something? I don't know. Expand the ability of iCloud to host many videos. I don't know. I don't know. You never know. But I think a decentralized platform is more likely instead of a centralized platform because YouTube, at the end of the day, has the say on all videos on this platform. In a decentralized world, even if somebody didn't like your content, it would probably still exist somewhere based on the technology. And
I say I'm on that side of the argument that it's a public space, but I know that's not true. It's a public company. But I feel
if
like
they want to
it should be
maintain-
just like a town hall. Like if I'm allowed to walk out into the street and say, you know, something I won't say on the CHRILLCAST, so you don't get kicked off YouTube right now, but you know.
He's like, let's take it back to the 1800s.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, this is YouTube 2005, and here we are today with YouTube 2020. It's crazy. As always, I'm Chris.
And I'm Will.
I'm Tim.
And we will see you
on the next CHRILLCAST. Bye.
Broadcast yourself.